The first thing that somebody should do if they're injured in New York State in a car accident is to preserve as much evidence as possible. And there are a number of things that would count as evidence that's gatherable at the scene that might be gone forever once you leave that scene. So one thing I suggest is immediately get out your camera or cell phone with the camera and take some photos of the cars involved, the lay of the land, the intersection, the accident scene, where the street lights are, where the stop sign was, if there are any curves in the roadway. Also, while you're doing that, look and see if there are any skid marks that are fresh, any gouges in the road, any road debris that was thrown after the collision between the cars. And then what you should also do is look to see if any witnesses saw the impact, saw the collision. Witnesses to the event can be critically important later. Even if at the scene the other driver admits fault, oftentimes when they talk to their insurance agent or their attorney or their parents, that story changes. So getting the names of witnesses and also try to get an idea of what that witness's perspective was at the scene. What was their point of view? Were they driving in a car behind you? Were they walking their dog at the intersection? How good of a view did they have? And did they have an opportunity to view the operation of both of those vehicles, both before, during, and after the collision? Now, we're not always going to get that, but we'll take whatever we can get. So even if they only saw the aftermath, for example, if they look up and they hear something and they see the cars ricochet off, they'll be able to tell us the force of the impact, maybe where the cars came from. And in New York State, both drivers are required to fill out what's called the MV-104, which is a motor vehicle accident report that essentially is a civilian version of a police accident report, which is the MV-104A. In New York State, if there's either more than $1,000 in damage or any injuries, both operators are required to file with DMV in Albany within 10 days a complete written report signed by them. So we also ask our clients to try to preserve enough information at the scene where they'll be able to complete that, to put down information for witnesses, names, addresses, make and models of the vehicles. I know we're asking a lot, especially at a scene that could be very traumatic for you or upsetting if you're nervous. But if you're with somebody else, ask them to help. Delegate these tasks to them. And what we're also doing is putting together a short form you can actually keep in your glove box that's downloadable, that you'll be able to fill out at the accident scene so you don't forget any of these tips.